Hello and welcome to TelecomTV's exclusive coverage of Wi-Fi Global Congress in London. I'm talking with Jim Scott, who is the VP EMEA. We have to add the end there is the R, EMEA, SP Architecture at Cisco. Jim, it's good to see you again. This time we're not sat in a strange French cinema, but we're in a nice room by Tower Bridge in London. And we're at the Wi-Fi Global Congress. Can you tell us what you think the challenges and opportunities are facing the Wi-Fi industry right now?
I don't think there's any technology challenges. I think it's really business challenges. I think technology within Wi-Fi has really matured over the last few years and is in great shape. I think the challenge the industry faces is, from a business perspective, what is the role of Wi-Fi? If you think about IoE or IoT, I'm really talking about things like smart cities. You know, what is the role of Wi-Fi in that? It is potentially a huge role. There are questions around scalability, around security, but really it's about the value chain in terms of, you know, how can I make money in this space, and what is the access role of Wi-Fi in that space, in that value chain, because there are so many different people involved in it. That's the challenge.
Given the challenges, are the solutions yet evident?
Specifically in IoE, smart cities, not necessarily, because I think there's going to be a huge set of new business models that are going to be derived in the space as you move from humans to things. And you know, the challenge in security of things versus in humans will derive new models. The access that Wi-Fi enables in countries that haven't necessarily had huge access before, I'm thinking Africa, there are lots of other examples, actually will enable a lot more people and things to become connected, which will bring a lot of new opportunities. And in some ways, the view that in terms of the value chain and the business model, it will enable more success in that space.
Thanks, Jim. As a second question, I'd like to ask you, how will the increased focus that we're seeing on licensed and unlicensed spectrum use, such as LTE-U, for example, how is that going to affect Wi-Fi providers, vendors, and the users?
I'll give you, my very simplistic view on this. Spectrum is a finite commodity, probably more finite than gold, frankly. I think given that, as long as everybody plays fair, we need both. We need all these access technologies because the data, the explosion of data, video, everything, they're all needed. And as long as it isn't about one trying to outdo the other and everyone's playing fair, everybody needs it. So I don't see a problem with it at all.
What about the event itself, the Wi-Fi Global Congress? It's being held under the aegis of the WBA, Wireless Broadband Alliance. First of all, let's talk about the body itself. How important do you think that is given the state of the industry?
Vital. I'll give you a slightly longer answer, but I actually attended the WBA board meeting yesterday. And I think the role they play is really, really vital. There is ambiguity, there is no doubt. It has matured, but equally moving forward as we move into things and machines and the huge opportunity that brings and the huge challenges in terms of scale and security, I think the WBA will take a leadership position there, which is needed from an industry perspective. So I think the role they play has been excellent and will be vital going forward.
Interesting. That's an endorsement and a half. So what about the event then? This is directly allied to it. What do you make of it so far? How relevant do you think it is?
Well, in terms of the event location, very historic, right beside, the Tower of London. If anything goes wrong, they end up in jail very quickly. All joking aside, I think it's an excellent event. We've been here before. The venue is fantastic. We've got some fantastic speakers, and I love the fact that the speakers are, be it government speakers, be it business speakers. It's just the mix is great. It's not all service providers. It's not all customers. It's not all government, or it's just across the whole range, and bringing all those people together where they can be very open. There's a lot of panels which are great. where they've made it really clear, if you don't ask questions, we're going to ask you. And I've seen a couple that actually the main issue is there's too many questions, they're running out of time. But yeah, fantastic.
And finally then, Jim, why is it important to be a sponsor of an event like this?
Sure. So Cisco are on the board of the WBA. We're also a key sponsor. We see Wi-Fi as incredibly important in industry, but really in everyone's everyday life. It's essentially part of the fabric of society. People use Wi-Fi consciously, even unconsciously, every single day. So it's very important from every aspect, very important for Cisco.
Okay, well, I'll let you get back to it. Jim Scott, great to see you again, and thanks very much.
Thank you.